Yeah, because keeping the
offense
offense
is
out
on
there.
the field.
Right.
And the offense, I am going to stick with this. King, his knee is not 100%. It's just not. It's not 100%, and he's out there doing the best that he can on it.
You gotta sacrifice. You wanna move like bosses move.
YMA, Young Millionaires Association. Yeah, see, that's the association.
All right, guys. Welcome to the YMA Nation podcast. Sports Talk Friday.
Sports Talk Friday.
Sports Talk Friday.
Yes.
Yes, guys. If you're on right now, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
I'm Joe Wallace, and this is
Rebecca Wallace.
And we got a lot of good sports to talk about. A lot of
Yes.
good games. Week 3 starts tomorrow.
Yes. We are excited.
Yes. If you're on right now, make sure you give us a thumbs up, like, comment, and
Subscribe.
subscribe. We got to build the subscribers up. We got to get the 3,000. The 3,000 guys. Also down in the comment section, make sure you hashtag YMA Nation so you could go into our monthly drawing. You can also follow us on Instagram, YMA Nation, and our Facebook page, YMA Nation. Also to go into our cash drawing each month on our Facebook page. Make sure you go to this video and like, share, and comment and hashtag YMA Nation down in the comment section. Each action puts you into the drawing one time. So if you like, you go into the drawing. If you share, you go into the drawing. If you comment, you go into the drawing. So we had someone last month, Tiffany Smith. She won like twice, I think. I think that was the name. Yeah, so congratulations to her.
Yes.
Let's get going. Let's talk about some sports.
Yes.
Like-
We'll start with a recap of week 2.
Week 2.
Week 2. Hey, they keep going down, man. They keep going down, falling.
Hey, you know what's hold on. You talking about Miami.
No.
Oh, okay. Because
Ohio State lost to Oregon.
yeah.
So that's another one that was in the top 5 that is now has a loss.
Ohio
So-
State, they moved down to number 9.
Yeah.
Number 9. So they're
They fell
1-1
They fell on
right
down.
now.
Fell on down.
Ohio State. Man, Ohio State. How they move Miami down to number 24 though? And we won.
You know what? Don't get me started. See, okay. These don't mean anything. They don't mean anything.
The
We'll wait
AP
till
top 25
We'll
don't mean
wait
anything?
till the college football playoff committee starts their top, and that's when it's going to matter.
Okay.
But right now, because Clemson's still at 6.
Clemson still at number
Right.
6.
So what
1-1.
didn't make sense about all of that
Okay.
is, so Oregon was lower than Clemson. They beat Ohio State, and they went above Clemson. Georgia, who did not score a touchdown against Clemson, like offensively, went to number 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they played a cupcake team.
A
Right.
cupcake team.
I mean, seriously. And then who else was Oklahoma? They had a cupcake game. They moved to
So,
number 3.
Are you saying that Clemson should be above them?
I mean, I think it's just ludicrous.
No, I mean, but the
yes, I think
question is-
Clemson should be. If Clemson and Georgia had a 10-3 game, right?
right.
That means they're comparative in talent because neither offense has scored.
But they lost.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Every team that's
Okay.
above them right
So
now in the
that means
rankings,
it should be Alabama, Georgia, Clemson if you're going to rank it that way.
no, that's not right because Clemson is they won
That
one
is.
and lost one. Every
but
team
you have
that's
to
ranked,
you have to look at who do you think would win?
no, every team that's ranked above them right now in the top, we'll say the top 10. Everyone that's ranked above them is undefeated.
I'm about to look at something.
You would be saying the same thing right now if Clemson was 2-0 and there was a team that was 1-1 and above them. You'd be like, that's ludicrous.
Right,
That
but
don't make any sense.
They moved Iowa up. that was a number 10 team playing the number 9 team. So they beat the number 9 team. How does they come up with they're the number 5 team?
All you football fanatics, I'm interested down in the comment section. Please leave feedback. I'm interested in getting an outside perspective on this. So let's keep going. But yeah, they're number 6 right now. They're coming up. Who are they playing?
Who? Clemson?
Clemson.
They got Georgia Tech. That's going to be a blowout. So
yeah, they're
not worried
predicting
about
that to be a blowout too.
But let me tell you, I'm going to need for your Miami.
Yeah, Clemson playing Georgia Tech. They are sorry to cut you off, but the spread they're predicting them to win 44-13.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be a blowout. But I'm going to need for Miami to get it together. That's what I'm going to need. They're making the ACC look bad.
You know what? I'm going to agree. And I got on my Miami shirt, and I got my, true Miami fan right here. But I do agree. And let me say one thing. Yesterday was my birthday.
Woo!
Thank you. And this was one of my birthday gifts. I got a Miami shirt to wear.
Several.
Yeah.
Several. He got a Miami gift pack.
I got birthday boy. Birthday boy. So
his birthday started at the beginning of September.
Look,
that's good.
I'm going to agree that Miami. So let's talk about Miami. So Miami is getting ready to play Michigan State tomorrow, right?
I think Michigan State's going to beat them.
Michigan State, they're undefeated right now. They're 2-0, but they're only predicted to win by 3.
Yeah. I think that Michigan State typically has a pretty decent offense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with the way that Miami's defense has been playing, they have not been helping the offense.
Yeah, because they're keeping the offense out
on
there.
The field.
Right.
And the offense, I am going to stick with this. King, his knee is not 100%. It's just not. It's not 100%, and he's out there doing the best that he can on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you before the season started that was going to mentally mess with him.
Yeah, you know what? He's not performing to what my expectations were, like back in August when we was talking about him, back in July when we was talking about him, all the reviews that they had, people throwing tons of cash at him for the
NIL.
Yeah. So it just, but don't get me wrong, I still think he's a good player right now, but he needs, he's going to need to step the game up a lot.
Right.
Especially to win tomorrow.
Right.
So let's talk.
I'm just saying, if you have someone who has an injury,
but you can, right? We all agree on that. But as a team, I'm talking about as a team, not just him, like the team.
Like the team
is
itself.
The team needs to perform. So tomorrow they need to perform. The defense, I would say the line is not that bad. They didn't get to the quarterback the way I wanted them. I think they did a better job against Alabama trying to put pressure on the quarterback, but Alabama just got a explosive offense. But last week, I just didn't see that performance from the defensive line getting to the quarterback.
But you know what? I don't know why teams always like Appalachian State is known to going into these Power 5 conference schools and upsetting them. Like that should be like one of the ones you star. Like this is not an easy team because
it's not a cupcake team.
No, it's not. I mean, they went to Michigan and upset Michigan a few years ago. So they look for these big games to go in and upset these Power 5 schools.
I started off checking it every other week, just like most people do. Then it got out of control. I couldn't help myself. I started checking it day after day after day. I didn't realize that I was becoming addicted until my wife said something.
What did she say?
She said, "It's just a credit score, relax."
Are you checking your credit score?
Huh? Hold on.
They need to stop sleeping on them. I think Miami probably thought it was going to be an easier game, and you play to the level of competition. So and that's any school, sometimes plays down to the level of competition, and that gets them sometimes. I think that you're definitely right, though. Miami's got to step up. The ACC in general has to step up, the teams of the ACC, to make the ACC a strong conference in general. But, you know, Notre Dame had a close call with Toledo. I'm thinking Purdue's going to beat Notre Dame this week. I'm calling for an upset.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. And that's based on?
They're undefeated right now, and I think that, again, they're going to try to go in. They're going to try to make a statement. You know, we're undefeated. These teams are out. They're out to get these blue collar teams, so to speak.
What do you think about the Florida versus Alabama game?
I think Alabama's going to take care of Florida. They're so wishy-washy right now with their quarterback. They don't know who the quarterback. They're testing with the quarterback. I think when you're undecided and that impacts the level of play that you're able to do, and it doesn't give you that completeness.
Yeah, because like your team, like the offensive line, the back,
everything is
all of them like
dependent upon the quarterback.
Yeah.
So I think that Alabama's going to take care of business there.
They're predicted to win at 34-17.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Alabama's going to I don't even know if Florida's going to score 17. That's generous.
You said that's generous?
Yeah.
What do you feel about Nebraska at number 3, Oklahoma?
So I think that Oklahoma will win that game. Oklahoma has enough offense, and I don't think Nebraska's offense is potent enough to cause enough issues with the Oklahoma defense to where it'll keep Nebraska in the game.
And
like Oklahoma can score.
Yeah, that's what's predicted too.
You either have to outscore Oklahoma or you have to stop them. You have to have a good enough defense to stop them from scoring. That you have to do one of those two things.
It won't
I don't think that Nebraska
can
do either one.
Yeah. So that game is predicted at 45-24.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. And then Auburn Penn State is going to be a good game too.
Yep.
I think that's going to be a good game to watch. Penn State has a lot of defense, I think. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Who you give the game to?
Penn State.
You giving it to Penn State?
Yeah.
Like a Penn State number 10 right now?
Yeah, I think that Penn State always has one of those teams where, you know, they'll lose a game they're not supposed to lose that keeps them out of being in the hunt for the playoff.
Right.
But they can win some big games. So I'm looking to see Penn State.
All right, Penn State. Let's not disappoint.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And then we have Arizona State and BYU. That's another top 25. I think that BYU is gonna beat Arizona State.
Yeah, I don't think that's it's gonna be like a game that I'll be sitting down trying to watch.
But I think the Miami Michigan State is definitely gonna be
a close
good.
one. Yeah.
If you want something to watch, you want to watch a blowout, watch Clemson, Georgia Tech, and or Alabama, Florida, because I think
Alabama's going to, the way Alabama performing right now.
Now, I will say this. I'll give this to Florida.
Okay.
Before we have a bunch of Florida fans on here being like, "Ooh, why them Gator fans are something else."
Brutal.
I will say this. When Florida plays Alabama, they tend to play them harder. I mean, they tend to really play Alabama every year. Like that, if they have the talent to do so, which Florida typically keeps the talent, they recruit at a high level. So I just think that Alabama is going to try to go, and they're trying to prove a point. They've replaced people. They won.
And people saying they're not going to make it to the championship.
Yeah, they're proving a point. So I'm sure, they're going to try to give Florida everything they got to give.
They're predicting Florida to score 17, though. So to put up 17 points against Alabama, I think that's
what the difference is going to be. I think it may start out close. I think it may be like tit for tat. And then I think Alabama is going to kind of run away with it. I think they're going to wear Florida down, and then Alabama's going to take over. And maybe special teams plays a part in it. Or Alabama may have a defensive score or something.
I don't know. I think Alabama just go come out like the first half, maybe putting up like 20 points in the first half.
Maybe so, but Florida does typically play Alabama hard.
Well, I would want to see. I would prefer to see a good strong game. Yeah. From Florida. How about your Florida State team?
I don't like. This is why I'm calling for the upset.
This is why I brought it up. This is why I'm calling for the upset for the Notre Dame Purdue game. Okay.
This is why I say, because either Notre Dame and Florida State are both just that bad, or Florida State just forgot.
Notre Dame number 12 right now, though. Florida, so they're undefeated right now. Florida State 0-2.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, either Notre Dame is worse than 12.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And they just have them at 12 because, again, this is just like the prediction, the
AP top
25 right now. So either Notre Dame is that, because Notre Dame almost lost to Toledo. They almost lost to FSU. So either Notre Dame just really isn't that good, or, Florida State just forgot what was going on. You know?
We will see. I mean, week 3 is going to be a good telltale.
And not to discredit Jacksonville State either, because I don't know if you know the backstory or have been following, but Jacksonville State has a lot of people coming from the transfer portal from some of these bigger schools and coming into that school. So it's not like that they have, 1 and 2 stars and they're just, teetling along. They have some 4 and 5 star players on their team. They have some recruits that went to bigger schools that weren't getting playing time, and they have actually flipped commitments from big schools to come to their school.
Well, they're going to be a team to watch then.
Right. So it's not like that they're just some,
cupcake. Is that the term now going for 2021?
Cupcake.
Some cupcake.
No, I'm just saying. So we always kind of discredit some of the smaller schools sometimes, but some of those smaller schools get that top talent too.
Carolina Coastal
Carolina. Yeah, because they're ranked 15 right now. And they're blowing people out left and right.
Well, we always talk about them every year, like how they keep a strong team.
Yeah. Appalachian State, they get top talent. They get, but you have more of these people going to, you got 3 and 4 stars, 2 and 3 stars that go to these smaller schools like that, and they can come in and compete, because just because you're a 5-star doesn't mean that you're going to be able to play in the system that you were recruited to, that you committed to.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. So you could be a 5-star all day long and go to Georgia or Clemson or Alabama or whatever.
If it doesn't mesh
with your play style, or you don't complement their system, then you're not going to perform well, and you're going to have people, you know, those 2 or 3 stars that go into those smaller schools, and they're able to kind of mold them more and spend more time with them, and they're going to go out there and perform.
Well, most 5-stars, they recruit those 5-stars with the expectation that they should be able to adapt. So
yeah.
All right.
But sometimes they don't. I mean, it is what it is.
You say it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's why the transfer portal is so big, though. Because if they're not fitting in, that's why you have a lot of these players now hitting the transfer portal and, you know, moving around.
Man, the transfer portal just been going bananas over the last 12 to 24 months.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't like a big thing. Like,
yeah.
Who do you think started the big transfer portal? I know what you're going to say. From Clemson. That transfer out of Clemson.
Kelly Bryant.
It seemed like when he left, it opened the door for people to say, like, I could transfer, and it won't be like dawned upon.
Yeah. I'm not going to get on that, but.
Yeah, so she'll keep going.
Yeah.
We'll be here all day, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for Sports Talk Friday.
Hey, you know the quarterback that threw the winning touchdown at Florida State? He's a transfer from Clemson. He's a transfer quarterback from Clemson.
You heard it, guys.
Yeah.
What the boss's view? You gotta sacrifice. You wanna move like bosses move.
YMA, Young Millionaires Association. Yeah, see, that's the association. Joe.